Alien abduction. Is it real or simply a creation of our imagination? Thousands of people every year report being abducted by these extraterrestrial entities, and they claim that in the middle of the night they are taken aboard a spaceship and experiments are performed on them. We have to ask ourselves, is this simply a sleep-induced hallucination, or are people experiencing something more? I believe alien abduction is a much more common occurrence, and most people don't even realize that they've been abducted. Now, going back thousands of years, we have ancient accounts of what we believe today was a reference to alien abduction, and that perhaps these stories, myths from ancient times, were depicting real-life alien abduction. Now, the first mainstream case of alien abduction that really made headlines was Betty and Barney Hill. Now, Betty and Barney Hill were this couple that were driving late one night on a New Hampshire road when they experienced this light in the sky. And all of a sudden, this light got closer to the vehicle, and that's when it appeared to be some sort of spacecraft. Now, this spacecraft eventually got to the point where it landed in front of Betty and Barney Hill's car, and Barney had to stop the car. And that's when the spacecraft opened up some sort of door, and these small little creatures left the ship. And that's the last thing that Betty and Barney Hill remember. And next thing they know, they were driving back on this road. Several hours had passed, and they had no idea what had happened to them in between that time. They went home that night and went to bed, and they started to have these nightmares. And several weeks passed, and they kept having the same nightmare. So they were suggested to go see a hypnotist, in which they were hypnotized, and that's where this hypnotist revealed that they had been taken aboard this spacecraft, that they had performed experiments on Betty and Barney Hill, and that they took Betty Hill into another room and showed her that they were from the Zeta Reticuli, which hadn't been discovered yet at the time. So that adds some credibility to their story. Now, this was a normal couple who weren't really looking for publicity or fame. They were mocked most of their lives for coming forward with this story, but it was the first significant mainstream case of alien abduction. And later on, we would hear stories of Travis Walton and Whitley Strieber, which went on to become popular movies. And this phenomenon continues to happen to this day. I have interviewed a lot of witnesses who have reported being abducted by what they believe is extraterrestrials. And I've developed the 5 common signs that someone may be being abducted by extraterrestrials. Number 1, sleep disruption. The most common sign of alien abduction is disruption in normal patterns of sleep. Many abductees report having trouble sleeping through the night, waking throughout the night, and having trouble with insomnia. Often, they report that they feel uneasy, irritable, or restless. Number 2, nightmares. Many abductees report that they have reoccurring vivid nightmares, which seem to be very terrifying and include elements of being chased, followed, or watched. Often they include aliens, strange men, or animals. Number 3, strange marks. A lot of alien abductees report that they have mysterious injuries, scars, or unknown ailments. And often these ailments do not follow normal medical patterns. Number 4, strange animal behavior. A lot of people who have been abducted report strange animal behavior, animals acting outside their normal pattern of behavior. From urinating in the house to barking at night to becoming more aggressive without any medical ailment. Number 5, hours of missing time. Many alien abductees report that they experience periods of time which they cannot account for, or they have gaps in memory where they find themselves in places and not sure how they got there or what happened in between the time they last remembered and where they are now.